Well, hello everybody, Ken Johnson here with you, and we are looking ahead to the week of Christmas here, which is coming up quick. It will be here soon. If you're like me, you still got Christmas shopping left to do here. But we're going to be watching the weather pattern here. It's going to be some storm systems crossing the southern part of the country, really kind of starting late weekend and into a good part of next week. We're watching 2 to 3 of them here. And it's going to bring some mild, breezy weather to the south, so no white Christmas across the southern part of the country. In fact, very little of the country will experience cold weather next week and anything in the way of big winter storms here. But across the deep south, as these storm systems move eastward, they could encounter some ingredients that might be favorable for rain and maybe some storms, and we may even have to deal with some severe weather in some places, so we'll be keeping an eye on that. So we're going to kind of start looking at the time frame, maybe around or just before Christmas Eve, maybe into Christmas Day. There'll be one of these systems crossing the area. As of now, it looks like the best chances for rain and thunderstorm activity associated with system number 1 here would be across parts of the Arklatex over into Louisiana, eastern, northeastern parts of Texas, and then across central and southeastern parts of Texas. Here, there could be some showers and storms with some of this activity. That kind of moves on off here to the east and across the Gulf Coast states. And then we begin to kind of watch the time frame maybe Christmas or just after Christmas as another storm system approaches from the west. And if everything can come together, there could be another round of rain and thunderstorms over here, especially in some of the same areas, eastern Oklahoma, down into parts of East Texas, Central Texas, over into Louisiana, and over into Mississippi. And then there's another system that's going to kind of be heading into the same area, maybe as we head towards the weekend after Christmas. And again, if things can come together, there could be some strong thunderstorms with some of that, especially along the Gulf Coast. If we take a look at the storm track, this will be the jet stream, and the jet stream is the river of wind. It's located way up there, about 20 to 30,000 feet in the atmosphere. Think of the jet stream as like a river, and boats that get on a river, they kind of go with the flow here, and the flow with the river directs where those boats go. Well, the same thing with the jet stream. Instead of water, this time it's a river of wind, and that wind directs where these storm systems go. So let's take a look at that. Here we are on December the 22nd, and we're watching the jet stream, and here's the first dip here. And within the dip here, at the base, what we call a trough, or the base of the dip, that's where your storm center is located. And as that begins to kick out, again, Christmas Eve or so, maybe into Christmas Day, the favorable area would be just out ahead of it, shows showers and those thunderstorms. And that continues to move on off to the east here. And then in its wake, here we are, Christmas Day. Here comes the next storm system here, moving into the southern plains states. And it, too, again, could cause some showers and storms around Christmas or thereafter. And the position of that would be more favorable for rain and storms over here and the Arklatex and up into Missouri and Arkansas and into those locations. So that kind of pushes on out of the way. And then we get another system. This is the one that could impact the Deep South again as we head towards the weekend after Christmas, kind of a similar location. This would be around the 27th. You can see another piece of energy kicking out here with more showers and storms off to the east, and then maybe even another system kind of coming in behind that. If this system were to materialize, there could be some bigger threats for storms. Anytime you get a lot of strong jet stream energy, they're called jet streaks, they're just pockets of stronger winds located within the jet stream, that can lead to an enhancement in the lift in the atmosphere, and it also produces wind energy in the atmosphere, and that can help those storms to really get going and get real strong and severe. So we'll have to watch this area over this way the weekend after Christmas. So I'm kind of concerned or kind of watching the Gulf Coast, the Mid-South, and over into parts of Oklahoma and Texas, the southern plains states, for those signs of showers or thunderstorms. If we check out thunderstorm activity, we're watching for signs of precipitation here. There we are on Christmas Eve. You can see showers and storms with that first system there over parts of northeast and east Texas into the Dallas-Fort Worth area, southeastern Oklahoma, then up into Missouri and into Arkansas. And from there, it kind of slides on to the east into Christmas Day. And its wake, you don't see a lot of activity back here, but here will come around Christmas Day and thereafter, a storm system will be in the area. Even though it's not showing a lot of rain, there's still going to be an opportunity for some to be there. Then we kind of look ahead into the future, and this would be the time period right along or maybe the weekend after Christmas with more showers and storms. So again, the models don't show a lot of storm activity across the south, but the bottom line is the atmosphere could become favorable for it. Now, sometimes you're not going to pick up on something that's over a week away here. And if we look at the atmosphere, this is the computer model saying, hey, there are some increasing signs the atmosphere becomes a little more turbulent. becomes a little more unstable, and instability is what you have to get a thunderstorm. The atmosphere has to be out of balance. That means aloft, up above the Earth's surface, the air needs to be cold. That's up there at the clouds. Down at the Earth's surface, it has to be warm and humid. When that happens, you get an imbalance. And if you get that strong wind energy to go along with that, it can really help fuel those storms. And if we take a look, some computer models around Christmas Eve shows an atmosphere trying to become more favorable for storms across parts of Texas. And then as we head towards Christmas Day or thereafter, you're seeing the signs try to show up there across parts of the Gulf Coast states and in the Mid-South. And that could continue. Look at this around the 27th, showing an atmosphere that tries to become more favorable across eastern Oklahoma and parts of Texas over into Arklatex. And then that could shift eastward over into parts of Mississippi and Louisiana towards the end of Christmas weekend, or end of the weekend after Christmas. But again, this is over a week away. There's really no way to be able to say for sure that this is going to happen. Bottom line is, we know we have storm systems crossing the southern part of the country. We know they're going to generate some areas of showers and storms. And if we can get enough ingredients, especially get a lot of moisture from the Gulf of Mexico, then there could be some strong storms in parts of the Deep South. I think that would primarily be kind of over here in the Arklatex, eastern parts of Oklahoma, maybe East Texas, and over along the Gulf Coast and in the Gulf Coast states, those areas. We'll be watching for that closely, and I'll have more information as we get closer to this time frame. But again, no winter storms expected, no white Christmas across the Deep South, and once again, much of the country is seeing a void in cold weather as we head into the week of Christmas.